What's going on, guys? Mike here, the Detroit Borg, with a look at the new Mac Mini for 2012. Now, the updates here are largely internal, the major ones being the new Ivy Bridge processors, as well as USB 3.0, and 4 gigs of RAM is now standard instead of just 2 gigs. Now, the base configuration as we have here starts you off with a dual-core 2.5 GHz Core i5 Intel processor with a 500 gig hard disk drive. Now, the only GPU in the entire Mac Mini lineup is the Intel HD Graphics 4000 processor, so no more discrete graphics in this Mini, so we lost that from last year's model. Now, you can really pimp out your Mac Mini if you want. You can add a 2.6 quad-core i7 as well as 16 gigs of RAM. This is also the first Mac to offer the Fusion drive, which is a combination SSD and hard disk drive, which combines a 128 gig SSD with a 1 terabyte hard disk drive. And I'll cover that more when we get the new iMac. Now, there's also a Mac Mini server version, which is running Mountain Lion server, which is sporting some of the best specs here and is designed for really server applications, not really for the home user. Now, if you're not familiar with the Mac Mini, it's basically an entry-level Mac desktop that gives you the power of a MacBook Pro at nearly half the cost. However, you have to supply your own keyboard, mouse, and monitor, none of which needs to be Apple supplied, so you can buy third-party supplies for this, so you can buy your own monitor, keyboard, etc. at very affordable prices. So this makes this a very affordable Mac Mini desktop option. This is also great for home theater systems thanks to its compact form factor and HDMI connection. Now, inside the box, we'll find our Mac Mini wrapped in a plastic envelope, and below that are the standard accessories, which include a literature packet. Now, the packet includes a how-to guide, the legal information, and Apple stickers. Now, quickly looking at the colorful Quick Start Guide, you can see that it shows you the connections, the ports, as well as how to set up your Mac. You also get many software tips, including features built into the latest operating system, at the time of this filming anyway, which is Mountain Lion. Also included, standard in the box, is an HDMI to DVI adapter, which lets you connect a variety of third-party monitors or projectors to the Mac Mini, so you don't need to spend $1,000 to pick up Apple's Thunderbolt display. Also included is a neatly tied-up power cable. Notice there is no external power supply. Getting back to the Mac Mini, we just need to crack the seal, and we're free to explore the unibody splendor of the Mac Mini. Now, once again, nothing has really changed here on the design. We still have that unibody anodized aluminum shell, sporting that black Apple logo at the top. The front of the Mac Mini is still missing the optical drive, which it lost last year, but holds on to the IR receiver for home media applications, as well as an LED status indicator. There isn't much happening along the side, but on the back, we'll find all of our I/O ports, which includes the power button, Ethernet port, FireWire 800, HDMI, a Thunderbolt port, 4 USB 3.0 ports, and a full-size SD/XC card slot, as well as the audio input and output jacks, which also support optical. And below all of those I/O ports, you'll find the single vent for intake and exhaust. Now, on the bottom, once again, we'll find the pedestal, which is removable for easy RAM upgrades. All you have to do is use your thumbs to twist open the back panel, and once the cover pops off, inside we'll find the RAM slots in spring-loaded trays. These are very easy to remove. All you have to do is spread them apart, and they'll pop right up, and you can remove them. Installing them is just as easy. All you just need to do is make sure you seat them correctly before you push them down. Now, reinstalling the cover is simple. It involves lining up the orientation markers on the tray or on the pedestal and the body and locking them into place. Now it's time to set up and start using the Mini for the first time. And the first thing I need to do, obviously, is connect the power source as well as hook up a monitor. In this case, I'm hooking up my Thunderbolt display, but again, you can use your own display or even an HDTV, since this can be used in a home theater thanks to that HDMI connector. I'm also using Apple's Bluetooth keyboard and trackpad, but you could use any third-party keyboard or mouse, wired or wireless. It really doesn't matter. Windows or Mac keyboards will get you going. Again, the idea here is to keep costs down. Now, since I'm using a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard, the Mac Mini will coach me through the setup process. Now, for the Bluetooth mouse, I just need to make sure it's turned on, and it will automatically pair it for me. The keyboard is the same story. I just need to type in a numeric code to confirm a successful pairing, and from there I can set up the Mac using my keyboard and mouse. Now, the Mac Mini does have an internal speaker, which is pretty quiet, but it does work surprisingly well, at least if the Mac Mini is close to you. So just to give you a listen, I'm going to play one of my videos. 13-inch MacBook Pro with Retina display. Now, this joins
if we jump to the monitor speakers, you'll hear a big difference.
Now, the standout feature, of course, is the Retina display with a resolution of 2560 by 1600. Now, the Mac Mini is hardly a marginal experience. It's still a very powerful computer that can drive even a very large 27-inch Thunderbolt display like this one. The Mini is extremely quiet and compact and doesn't look too bad on your desktop. Now, combine this with the relative flexibility and affordability, and I think the Mac Mini definitely offers something unique to the Mac lineup. Now, I will have more coverage on the Mac Mini, including speed tests, so stay tuned for that. And of course, there is another Mini showing up this week, the iPad Mini, which I will be covering in detail as well. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that. And until then, I'll see you again in the next video.